Problem 837 is on factoring completely. So it says in part C of problem 836, you should have noticed that each term in 12t squared minus 10t plus 2 is divisible by 2. That is, it has a common factor of 2. Part A says an expression is considered completely factored if none of the factors can be factored anymore. Often it is easiest to remove common factors first before factoring with a generic rectangle. So we are going to do this for the expression 10x squared plus 25x minus 15. All right, so the first thing we want to do is take a look at those terms and decide what factor goes into all three of those terms. So I know that 5 goes into each of those three terms. So I'm going to factor out a 5. All right, so now I'm looking and deciding what do I multiply 5 by to get 10x squared? Well, 5 times 2x squared gives me 10x squared. And then what do I multiply this 5 by to get 25x? Well, 5 times 5x would give me 25x. And then again, what do I multiply this 5 by to get negative 15? 5 times negative 3 is going to give me negative 15. Okay, once I'm there, I've factored out the common factor, and now we need to go ahead and do our generic rectangle and our diamond for what's left inside the parentheses there. Okay, so I'm going to get my generic rectangle and diamond set up here. All right, so my x squared terms, these two x squares go in the bottom left-hand corner. My 1's go in the top right-hand corner. And then I have to multiply those together to get the top of my diamond. So 2x squared times negative 3 gives me negative 6x squared. And then remember that the bottom part of your diamond is just the number of x terms you have. So we have positive 5x terms. And now we are trying to decide what are the two factors that multiply to give us negative 6x squared and add up to give us 5x. So those factors would be 6x and negative 1x or negative x. Right? When I multiply 6x times negative x, I get negative 6x squared. And when I add 6x and a negative x, I get positive 5x. So then I'm going to drop those factors into my generic rectangle here. And now we are just looking for that product of that generic rectangle. All right, so down here, I know that 2x goes into both 2x squared and 6x. And so this over here is going to have to be a positive 1, so that 2x times 1 gives us 2x, positive 1x. So that 2x times 1x gives us 2x squared. And then up here, I know that 2x times positive 3 gives me 6x. Moving over to the bottom right-hand side of my generic rectangle, 1x times negative 1 would give me that negative x there. And then just confirming that this negative 3 is correct, so we've got negative 1 times positive 3, which does in fact give us negative 3. All right, so now we have the product at the dimensions of our rectangle. We got a positive 1x plus 3 times 2x minus 1. And then the thing that we need to remember is this 5 that we factored out, we've got to go back in and put that out in front of our product.